Good morning, my doTERRA yogi friends. This is Marty Harger, and I am looking forward to talking with you today a little bit about the Essential Yoga program's theme for this month, which is called Release. And today I'm going to actually focus on three things I want to tell you about. I'm going to share a little bit more about this theme. I want to actually read you something from a book that I follow every day that I recommend, and that I think is an interesting book for ideas in your classes and workshops. And I also want to explore a little bit further a couple of the essential oils in this month's theme. So the reason you're on this Facebook page, I'm assuming, is because you are interested in doTERRA essential oils and using them in a yoga practice, whether that's your own practice, a yoga class, a yoga workshop, and particularly if you're using the book, the Essential Yoga program that I co-authored with my friends Stephanie Smith, James Bloom, and Deidre Schaub, then you know that this month's theme is the theme of release, which may be backwards in Facebook land, but it has specifically oils that are, I don't know if you can see this, you probably can't, but anyway, I wanted to just talk a little bit about this because the oils in this month's workshop are the original emotional aromatherapy blends that doTERRA had. And so these have been around for about 10 years, and I personally had so many fantastic experiences with them. You may know that this month we use the oils of balance, elevation, citrus bliss, and serenity, along with some single essential oils in the workshop. And we introduce them in an approach that lets people recognize the connection between their body and their emotions and their spirit. And so these oils are powerful tools. So I just want to tell you a little story. One of the first times that I co-taught this workshop with a yoga instructor was with a group of maybe 20 people. We had gathered together, and I don't think at that point I had completely understood the impact that the layering of the emotional oils would have on people in a yoga practice. I got the idea, but I hadn't really witnessed what I was about to witness. And what I saw and what had happened was that there were a lot of different emotions that came and just like came out of people, out of their subconscious. They weren't consciously thinking, wow, I'm super happy and silly and giddy. And they weren't thinking, wow, I'm so sad, I don't know why I'm crying. But all of these emotions started happening. And it was the first time I realized that creating that safe space for people to understand that within the context of the workshop, it is important that they feel comfortable as they have the oils moving through their body, that they realize this particular theme and the oils that we're using are designed to help them let go. So as you start your workshop, I wanted to share with you today a concept that I'm exploring personally with a book that I like to read each day. It is, every year I try to pick a book that has sort of a daily thought or theme. And so this one is called, this is Journey to the Heart by Melody Beattie, and I hope you can see that. And on the October 3rd day, the concept is about finishing unfinished business. And unfinished business with others is the biggest block to an open heart, the biggest block to peace and joy. The tangled cords that bind us to the past are easy to find. All we need to do is become quiet and listen to the voice of our heart. Who do we resent? Who are we angry with, hurt by? Who are the people we aren't at peace with? That's our unfinished business, the unfinished business of the heart. And there's more to this, but it really invites us to look deep inside ourselves to uncover or excavate what is going on for us. And what I loved about this is it really brought up for me some thinking about how we can incorporate this start of our workshop or class, asking people to quietly go within as we are sharing with them the first oil in the workshop, which is actually frankincense, an oil that helps us connect with our highest good, and an oil that can be really beneficial to use in meditation. So asking people to explore a little bit emotionally be thinking about some unfinished business they have and how they can release that in the workshop using the blends we are going to introduce them to throughout the progression of the workshop. So in this release workshop, the second thing I wanted to talk about is a little more about this theme, and that is that this is a combination, as I mentioned, of the emotional blends that are there to encourage people to open up and let go. So we have an opportunity this time of year. The fall leaves are a great example for those of us that are seeing the beautiful colors bursting forth, and then they begin to dry up, and then those that are necessary are going to let go and move on to make way in the winter as the plant goes within and gathers its energy to burst forth in the spring with something new. So just like that, this particular workshop is encouraging people to let go of anything that is holding them back, to release things that are in their conscious mind, and to actually, the oils will help you release things that are in your unconscious or subconscious mind. It's going to bring things forward. So I encourage you to introduce the oils in your personal practice. If you are using the oils in the workshop, we suggest in a class or in a workshop that you really take the time to help people understand what these oils are about. So as an example, let's say we're going to explore the purpose and the power of the balance blend. Okay, so the balance blend is one of my personal favorites. See if I can get you to see that. And the balance blend is a fantastic choice for many reasons. It is grounding. It's settling. It helps us to get present in the moment. It helps us to secure our foundation like a tree and all the tree oils that are in it. Beautiful oil to inhale. And it really is an excellent choice to help us. We can put it on our feet. We can put it on our ankles. We can put it on our chest. I like to put a little bit on my nose. The balance blend is one that might be a great one to explain deeply. And this is actually one that we end the practice with in Shavasana. Help people ground themselves after they've been working through all these emotions in their program. And so as we're looking at the essential oil blends that we incorporate, I also wanted to introduce another one today that you're familiar with, probably, the Serenity blend. This is one I personally use for sleeping. But what I like about incorporating the Serenity blend, particularly near the end of the workshop as we're calming ourselves down, is that Serenity is a great oil for the fall season any time of day. And Serenity blend is one that we can use with all the calming oils in it to bring ourselves within and start to really look at some of the deeper things that we need to explore in ourselves and in our world. It's calming, it's relaxing, it's soothing, it's comforting, it's serene, it's serenity, right? So this is something that can ease the agitated mind. And at this time of year, for a lot of people, some of you who just went to convention, some of you who realize that it's the beginning of the month of October and you're really excited because there's so many great opportunities with doTERRA right now to take advantage of and to share with other people. You may have had a lot of energy that's in your head, right? I know I have in August and September. Big months of planning and meeting with friends at convention and learning some of the new oils and exploring where am I going with doTERRA in the next few months. How can I get my Essential Yoga program workshops coordinated? I happen to be putting on a yoga festival next week in my town. And so lots of thinking. And as we get into this release workshop and we incorporate the oils of it, we really get an opportunity to let go and surrender and release the tensions that we may have accumulated in August and September. So it gives you a chance to really help yourself and other yoga students to create a place of peace and contemplation, to think about what you want to let go of, the things you need to forgive, the people you need to forgive, what is deep inside you that needs to come out and free you up for something better to come. So this week, I really wanted to share with you a little deeper explanation about the Essential Yoga Program Release Workshop, okay? It's a great approach. This particular one is a powerful workshop, so be conscious of that when you're offering it to other people. Make sure you explain to them that this may bring up things in just that 2-hour period that they didn't even know were going on for them inside. Ask them to really notice how they feel at each step of the workshop. And if this information, whether it's a quote from a book like Melody Beattie's book or something that you have that helps people explore their deeper thoughts, these are some great things to incorporate into your yoga practice with your students and the oils that you introduce to them each month. This is the kind of information that I cover in depth in my online Essential Yoga Academy. If you're somebody who's interested in taking your workshops to a deeper level and you want to have some of the tools that will make this a simple process so you can focus on your doTERRA business, I encourage you to check out my website, which is martyharger.com. It's MARTYHARGER, martyharger.com. And take a look at the Essential Yoga Academy. It may be the right choice for you. I also have a free 5-part series about a yogi's guide to essential oils that you might find interesting. You're welcome to sign up for that as well. And I just encourage you to discover your true nature through nature. That's something I feel really strongly about. These tools are beautiful and they're there for us. So I want to wish you a wonderful day, and I hope that you enjoy using the emotional oils that doTERRA offers us in this month's release workshop. I'll look forward to talking to you again next week, and in the meantime, namaste.